All right, the first card you have your past is the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, very sad. Down and out, problems, all that. Just looking over this whole spread, it's a bit of a mixed bag, actually. Lots of big highs, lots of lows. Right in the center, you've got the High Priestess. I think that represents you, because I've got this very spiritual feeling around you. It's like you're transcending. It's like all this chaos is going around you. You're right in the middle. And you've got this kind of inner core, this kind of spiritual core. And the spiritual core, it's taking you outside of all this. So it's almost like you're imagining being somewhere else, and that's kind of taking you out of all these problems. I'm getting that. I'm also getting lots of, obviously, the High Priestess is very intuitive. So you've got a lot of that as well. A lot of intuition, some things are going to happen before they've actually happened. So that might be you as well. And yeah, so you've been through so many things. You've been through all these different things. Okay, I'm getting a specific thing here for someone, so I have to say this. I have to say this for someone. I'm getting this big feeling of regret. It's like, oh, I wish I could go back. I wish I could turn back the clock. I just, it's like I wish I'd dealt with this properly. I wish I'd dealt with this differently. I wish I was there. I wish I'd said this, done this. It feels like this is about someone you can't talk to anymore. You won't be able to talk to them ever again. Yeah, I'm really feeling this. Okay, I just want to tell you this. There's nothing you could have done differently. You did your absolute best at the time. Please, please don't feel guilty. Someone's feeling very guilty. There's a loss. It's like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I come in sooner? Why wasn't I fast enough? Why didn't I say this or do this? It's like something like that. I probably haven't got the words right. I just want you to know, if that's you, there's nothing else you could have done. Please, please don't blame yourself. Whoever this person is that you have that regrets around, they don't want you to have those regrets. They don't want you to blame yourself. Please get that burden off your head. So this is for some specific person, so I had to say that for someone. Okay. Now, what I'm getting here I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at the Ace of Swords as well. I'm looking at the two together, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. Okay, so there's some kind of battle, two people in opposition. It looks like it's around money with the Five of Pentacles just above this. It might be a divorce, separation, something like that. A dispute, might be over money, might be over things. It might still be going on. Because the Ace of Swords can be about division between two people, a split, two sides battling. I'm getting a bit of anxiety. So it might be over, it might not quite be over yet. Or if it's over, you might still have some anxiety around that. Oh, what can I do now? It's still stressful. There's still some ongoing stress. That's what I'm getting there. So, okay, so if that's you, if that resonates with you, there's something that might have been hidden from you. And I think it's probably around money, possessions, or something like that. Something was hidden from you. And if you look at these poor people in the Five of Pentacles, obviously, they're out in the cold, in the snow. They're trying to get into this church. They want shelter. They really want that warmth. But they can't get in. They don't. The door's hidden. They can't find it. They can't get inside. Okay, yeah. What's really standing out to me in this card is at the moment, I've never kind of thought about it in this way before. There's all this snow everywhere. There's snow everywhere, and it feels really busy. It's like my eyes struggling to focus. It's going all over the place with all this snow. So I think that might be what things felt like for you in this love situation that you've separated with, or you're going through a separation with. It's like I can't focus properly. I'm being distracted. Someone's trying to distract me. They're trying to stop me from seeing something. It's almost like pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz. They're trying to distract you. And I think that's what's happened at that time. Or it might be happening still now. So if that's happening now, try and work out what that is. Anyway, so but yet they're like that, not just around money, but in other ways as well. They were hiding things from you. Maybe they were hiding how they were feeling from you, but something was being hidden. Not just this money or the separation or whatever this is. Something else was hidden from you. And I think, it's almost like before this separation happened, before it started, you could see the separation on the horizon. You were like, well, I know this isn't going to work. I can see this is going to be a separation coming up. I can see it's going to be difficult. I can see this, they're going to be so difficult. This is a huge thing in front of me. Like, oh no, I've got this ahead of me. I know they're probably going to hide things, because you knew what they were like. And also you're the high priestess, and she's right in the middle. So you knew intuitively that this was going to happen before it happened. So you're kind of aware, you're kind of preparing yourself for this difficult battle. So what I have to tell you is, if that's you, if that's all resonating, if you're still going through that separation battle thing, the outcome feels positive to me, actually. You probably don't feel like that now, if you're right in the middle of this, but you're going to come out on top in some way, I think. I'm not saying, oh, you're going to get loads of money. I wish I could say that, but I can't say that, because this is the Five of Pentacles. It's a lack of money. Now, you're not going to lack money, but you're not going to get loads of money. But it is going to be fair. The outcome's going to be fair. If you've got perfect balance in the Ace of Swords, it's perfectly balanced. So you're going to get what's fair, what's balanced. And you're going to feel a lot more peaceful when you're at the end of this. It's like, oh, finally, this is over. I'm a lot more peaceful. And also the Ace of Swords is about clarity as well. This is the Sword of Clarity. So it looks like something that was hidden is going to come out. So you'll find out what that is. I don't know what it is. So maybe something was hidden deliberately. I keep on getting this, it feels quite dodgy. It feels like they're quite dodgy, or they're hiding, they're shady. And you've got the devil here as well. So I'm getting that there too. So, but you'll find out whatever this is at some time, and you'll come out on top. Because, in this Ace of Swords, I'll just show you this. You can see that you've got two parties in opposition, double-edged swords, one on one side, one on the other side. The crown's at the top. So you're going to get that crown. That's going to be yours because of the clarity, because you're finding this out. It's like, I'm going to find this out. I'll have that little bit of information, that little bit of whatever it is, and I'm going to come out on top. Now, it might have already happened. This is in your past. Or if you're in the middle of this now, I hope that helps you. Okay. Right, so the last card you've got for your past is this Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, so again, it's something about money that battles around, because it's sandwiched right in between the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So you've got this conflict in between these two money cards, right? Okay, so I'm getting a couple of different things in this as well. Something else here. Oh, well, okay. So I'm getting, with this separation, there's no love lost there. I don't think you want to get back with them. I think you're happy to see the back of them, actually. But what you are missing is time. It's like, I can't get that back. I can't get that time back. Because look at this man. He's looking over his past. He's thinking, oh, this has taken me so long to grow. So I think, you wasted a lot of time on this person. You poured everything into this person. And I think that's what you do regret. It's like, I can't get that time back. But if that's how you feel, and you haven't wasted that time, you've grown a lot. You've grown a lot. Look at the growth here in this card. And the thing is, even though there's lots of money here around this, it's about more than money for you. This connection was about more than money, and this battle's about more than money for you. It's not about winning or losing. But I think it is for them. It feels like it's about winning or losing for them. But for you, it was love. It was real, absolutely 100% real. And that's why you put everything into this. Okay, I'm getting this really strongly. Yeah, your time has not been wasted if this is you. You've grown, you've learned. Look at all the growth on this card. And okay, the other thing is, have a look at at this bush, it's really interesting actually, because, you know, he's looking back over the past. He's looking back over this growth. He's saying, look at what I've done. Look at what I've made. And so he's looking at what he's achieved, and you've achieved a lot. You've achieved all this growth. And, you know, it's a great big bush. It's full of coins. So what I'm getting is you can see the leaves under the coins. That's what growth's about for you. Inner growth, spiritual growth, because you're the high priestess. So that's what it's about for you. And I think for them, it's not about that. It's more about the coins. It's more about the surface. Growth might be even about money for them, literally. They can only see the money growth, and that's why they're trying to win so much. So that's kind of an insight I'm getting there. If that resonates with you, I don't know if it does, but I'm kind of seeing all that there. And, you know, it sounds like I'm putting them down. I don't mean to put them down, but again, they weren't focusing on the leaves, and the leaves are the inner you, the inner you. They were focusing on the coins and the outer and the winning and the losing and all that. And what you were about were the green, the leaves, the growth, and that kind of tenderness. Look how green these leaves are. But yeah, now you're out of that. I think you're feeling more yourself. You're coming into your own high priestess. And, okay, I'm just getting this. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to say this. There's some kind of movement coming up for you, and it's to do with the spiritual side. It's to do with your growth. It might be literal moving. You've got the Chariot here as well. This is about going to a place where you feel like you. It's like your spiritual home. It's like, I'm going to where I belong. I want to go to where I belong. I feel that I belong somewhere. If that's how you're feeling about a place, it looks like you are going to be there eventually. You're going to be in that place. So if that's you, I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. All right, so the first card you've got for your present is Temperance, which I love. I love this card. This is one of my favourite cards. I love the big red wings. I love that. I'm not getting that fantastic feeling here, I have to say, because I can't look at this without looking at the Devil, and to me they're connected. So I'll talk about the two of them here, looking across at this Devil. The Devil's connected to this. So you're growing, you're strong, you've grown out of the past relationship, you're trying to grow more, you're coming into contact with this Devil person. Now, I'm not saying you're literally coming into contact with a devil or a horrible, horrible person, but there is some kind of love connection here. It doesn't feel like a full-on connection. It's more like it might be someone you've just met. There's definitely some kind of love feeling there for someone. It feels like they're more interested in you. It feels as if you can't quite connect with them properly. It's like, oh no, I don't fit. The puzzle doesn't fit. I don't fit in with this person, if that makes sense. Okay, I just want to say this before I say any more. It's not this ex. It's not your ex. This is someone completely different energy. And you haven't quite gotten together. And because you've got instincts about this, you're the high priestess. So you're thinking, something's not right. My instincts are telling me not to be around them or not to go any further with them. Maybe you're nice, maybe you're polite. Maybe they're a little bit over flirty. Maybe they're a little bit much. It feels like they might be messaging you a bit, talking to you a bit much. It's like, I'm getting, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. I feel uncomfortable. And you know, on the one hand, I don't think you're really, if you're single, you're probably not ready for any relationship because you're growing, you're still coming out of this old thing. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to cough. Sorry, earphone wearers, I couldn't help it. Just came out. So, okay, this is what I'm getting. You're not ready to be with them specifically. I'm actually getting a warning here. I'm actually getting a warning here. So I have to say this. This is for someone. Now, don't worry, you're not in danger. It's not that. But because you've got this devil here, and I can't look at this without seeing this devil, my eye is looking at the two at the same time. And there's a very uneasy feeling around this new connection. Lots of reservations coming from you. Your instincts are saying, no, no, no. Okay, so this is for someone who feels like that. If you feel like that around someone, there's a bit of an obsession around this person. It might be that their character's like that. They might be a bit full on. Maybe they've maybe, you know, sometimes when people are a little bit full on, you know, in the early stages when you meet someone, they can be a little bit like, you know, oh, I love you, when you've only just met them. And you think, well, how can you love me? I've only seen you for a few days. You know, it's over the top. Doesn't mean, when someone says that, sometimes people know they love someone right away. I do believe that. But if it's the combination of being too full on and you having that feeling of feeling uncomfortable, it's the combination of the two, and that's the kind of thing I'm picking up on here. So a kind of uneasy feeling. Now, if you're with someone, if you're happy with someone, obviously this isn't for you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone who feels uneasy, about someone who's a little bit full on. So someone needs to hear this warning. Yeah, I'm getting this really clear. They don't understand the word no. So just be prepared for this. If you're going to say no to them, and from the feeling I'm getting here, I think this is what you probably will do. They don't listen to the word no. So don't worry, they're not violent, it's nothing terrible. But if you say no to them, they're probably going to come back and say, oh, you know, what about this? What about that? They're going to try and keep talking to you. They're going to try and keep on being around your energy. It's almost like, you know, if you look at the devil, these people are chained to this devil. So it's like, I want to capture them. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. So if that's you, just be aware that they're not going to take the word no easily. It feels like entanglement, actually. I know that's a buzzword right now. But yeah, that's what I'm getting with all these chains around these people. But so if that's you, if you know the feeling, you'll know that that's you. So I just had to warn you from that, about that, I should say. All right, so the next card is the High Priestess. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So this feels completely different. And because this is very spiritual, it feels like you. So because you're coming up as this very spiritual person in this reading. And also because you're this very, very spiritual person, that's why you can get this uneasy feeling around this kind of obsessed person. If someone comes up with, you know, any little thing that's not quite right, it comes up on your radar very quickly. Take a note of that. Take note of your instincts. You know, don't just, you know, make excuses and say, oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. No, if you've got that feeling, it's for a reason. Anyway, so all right, so this is a very, very, very feminine energy. Obviously, you know, the High Priestess can be about the unspoken word, because she's this very, very mysterious woman. She has all this knowledge. She doesn't tell people. She keeps quiet. It can be about secrets sometimes. I'm getting a very, very feminine energy. I'm getting family. It might be a female sibling that I'm picking up on here. Some kind of female member of your family, maybe. So if you know what this is about, what this might be about, there's some kind of reunion, I think, coming up. I'm getting that. And so you've had a break from someone in your family, if that's you. It feels like you weren't accepted, or they were judgmental, or they were making you feel like you couldn't be yourself. I'm getting that kind of feeling there. And yeah, you're going to come back together with this person. You're going to meet in the middle. You know, your poles apart right now. Look at these two poles. Your poles apart. And, you know, if this is you, you might be thinking, no, we're poles apart. I'm not going to talk to them ever again. That's it, no more. But I know this is going to sound really strange, but it feels like hardness turning into softness. So their heart's going to soften. Their heart's going to soften. I'm getting that. So, you know, it's probably going to take time. It's probably going to take time for you to gradually open up to them again. This is right next to the Nine of Wands, and, you know, he's coming forward. Very, very cautious man. He's been hurt. You know, his head's bandaged, but he's still coming forward. So, yeah, there's lots and lots of judgment. They were quite judgmental, and you don't want to be judged again. But yeah, this whoever this is, they're softening. They're less harsh. They're less judgmental, or they're slowly becoming less judgmental. They might have been through a few learning lessons themselves. I don't know, but I think you will end up being close to this person again if this is you. You know, right now you're probably saying, no, I can really hear this. No way am I going to be near this person again. No. But it's there, the reconciliation's there, and there's friendship building up. I'm getting that really clearly. So, okay, you'll just have to take my word for it, and you'll just have to come back later on and remember I said this if that's you. Okay, so I'll talk about the Death card here as well, because I think it has something to do with that feminine energy. Yeah, maybe this is one of the reasons why it's going to take a bit of time for you to connect properly with this female energy again, because something very, very big here is going to have to change. There's a big change happening in them, and I'm seeing that is going to happen. So the big change here is going to come from them before you get together again. And yeah, I'm just getting this. I'm getting mother. Mother. So if they're not your mother, it might be your mother, but if they're not your mother, maybe they've tried to take over that role in your life. Because I'm getting all this judging, and so maybe they were telling you what to do, interfering. That's going to change in them. I'm seeing that big change. I'm seeing a big softening. So I hope that makes sense to someone. Okay, so I just want to say this before I go on with this. This reading's feeling a little bit scattered to me, but I'll keep going, because there are some clear messages for some people, and there are some warnings here that I want to make sure I get out to some people as well. Someone needs to hear those warnings. So I'll keep going with this. Okay, right, so you've got the Devil up here for your future. Horrible card, I hate it. I hate looking at him. Usually I try and put flowers over his face, but I couldn't do that. Right, so a few different things here. Again, I'm getting this entanglement, feeling entangled, feeling like, oh, claustrophobic. I want to get out of this. This feels uneasy. I don't like this. So yeah, this person's not going to want to hear no. I'm getting that again. It looks like you're going to say no to this person. It's just too much. You're not going to want to be with them. You're not going to want to pursue this. You're going to, no, no, no. I'm getting lots of words here, lots and lots of words. So it looks like they're probably you're going to keep away, you're going to get away physically. And I'm getting lots of messages coming from them. Lots of messages, lots of love messages, lots of, oh, let's do this, let's go out. Love on my phone. You represent the love on their phone. Because look at this. You probably don't want to look at this devil, but I'll show you this. If you look at his legs, they're forming this heart shape, and the heart shape's over this kind of black rectangle. It looks a little bit like an iPhone to me, actually. So it's a heart on top of a phone. So they're going to send you lots of messages, I think, lots and lots of messages. It feels like a bombardment, actually, because they're so full on, this person. They're so obsessed, this person. And I think what's going to happen in the end is, you're going to start off probably being a bit polite, and then, it's just going to get too much. So I think you'll probably end up blocking them. Because if you look at this box, this devil's standing on, it looks locked. It's kind of got this locked, and they're chained. So I think you're going to block them, lock them out, or something like that. So that's what I'm seeing there. Now, again, don't worry, it's not this big devil, you're not in harm. Obviously it's not going to feel fantastic if that's you, if you know who that is. But you're going to handle this really well, because you're just really, really strong now. You're spiritually strong. You're the high priestess. So, you're able to handle this really well. You've been through all this growth again. I'm feeling lots of strength around you. And yeah, if you look at this man in the Nine of Wands, you can see he doesn't feel very strong. So maybe you don't feel very strong, but he is really strong. He's a soldier. He's a soldier. He's been in battle. He's got this big bandage around his head. And, even though he's been into battle and he's hurt and he's injured, he's still coming forward. That shows strength. And so you're going to come forward. You're very, very, very brave. The other thing this is showing me is this kind of, it feels like pushback. So you're pushing back against people now. I think you've had lots of people saying, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Do what I say. You're saying no now, because I'm getting this big no to this devil person. They're going to keep on trying to pursue you, very obsessed, and you're going to be like, no, I'm putting my foot down, no. And then it's going to be like, well, I'm really strong, actually. I've said no to them. I'm going to say no to other people. So you're going to start putting that barrier up that's in that Nine of Wands, you're going to start to say no to lots of people. And that's your strength. That's where your strength is. Yeah, I was getting this, I'm seeing this again here. I was getting this being where you should be, being in a place you know you should be. It's like the spiritual home I was getting. There's somewhere you've always been drawn to. It feels like it might be a physical, actual place, actually. And it's like, I know I'm supposed to be there. My heart is there. I could feel it inside me. I know I'm supposed to be there. I have to be there. I'm going to be there one day. I can feel that. That's kind of what I'm getting. So if that's you, if you've got that place in your heart, you're going to start to head toward that place now. When you get that strength, you're going to go there. You're going to be there. You've got this Nine of Wands and you've got the Chariot movement. So you are going to get there. You're going to get there very slowly, but you're going to get there. And I think to be able to do that again, you're going to have to push back against some people who might be against you going to this place, if that makes sense to you. So you've got that big barrier. And then the one after that's obviously the Chariot down here, which is going to this place. And also about, if you look at him as well, he's got this box around him. So he's putting up a barrier against anyone who might not want you to do this. You're going to absolutely be in this place. It's your heart place, if that's you. And you're going to be really, really one-sided, one-eyed, I should say, about this. You're going to just pursue this. You're going to go after this. Look at this man in the Chariot. He's got this star on his head. The star's about dreams, wishes, wishing on a star. And that's this dream you've got, and it's on your head. It's in your head. And that's all you're going to be thinking about. And that's why you're going to get there. That's why you're going to get there. That's what I'm seeing in the Chariot. So again, I think I've got this feeling this was a bit scattered, but I really hope the message has got out to the right people in this reading. I hope it made sense to the right people. So yeah, Scorpio, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone, obviously. Thank you so much for watching.